Summit Waller Community. We'll call this meeting of the Summit Waller Community Association Board to order at 4 minutes after 7 o'clock on Tuesday, December 7. And first item is the board meeting minutes from November 2.
Well, yeah, but still.
Is there anything that, any changes that need to be made to it? Or if not, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
So,
Do we have a second?
look, let me take you to that. Don's having a.
It's been moved by Dan and seconded by Angela that we approve the meeting minutes for our November meeting. All in favor?
Hi.
Oh, gotta get my hand near my face here. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Then on to the treasurer's report that was submitted earlier today. I imagine, did anybody not have a chance to see the email?
Russell won't be here.
Yeah, and that there was no change. No money came in, no money came out. So do we have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
I'll move.
So
Okay,
Second.
so it's been moved and seconded that we approve the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Is Dawn abstaining?
I'm good.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Motion passes unanimously. Okay, the webmaster report. Anything to report, Gabe?
No, but I've been in contact with Russell about getting the start of the information to set up a a PayPal option for doing an automatic annual subscription. So it just renews automatically. You don't have to think about it. We don't also have to bug people and remind them. It just does it.
Excellent. Okay.
That's it.
Now for current hours, well, it looks like I didn't put it in there. Larry, you told me how many hours you submitted, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And what was that?
16.
Okay. Somehow when I was editing things, I didn't get it in. All right, and I contacted Andrea Clay to find out what's going on in regard to the park and the stewardship agreement, and she's been pretty busy with zoo lights. She did say that there is somebody else who's actually working on this. Sounds like it might, since it's an agreement with the county, it's probably something that has to go through council. So you will hopefully be hearing something soon on that. And then the park impact fees increase ordinance 2021-112 for increasing fees on new construction to go towards parks passed on a 6-1 vote. So that's really it for any old business. New business, the letter to the Puyallup Tribe of Indians. Dan got that to me. I got it signed and sent back to him. Was it good enough to print?
Yeah, it printed fine. And thank you, Bob, for being the president here, taking your time to coordinate this meeting. And I want to thank everybody on the board for helping me write that letter. I punch out a letter and I think it's good, but then, Larry Vollen calls me up and says, well, Dan, you spelled R-O-U-R when it should be A-R-U or A-R-E. And I go, okay. And then Jen straightens me out on a lot of it. Everybody had some say in this. And I'm very appreciative because honestly, I think I do okay. But when I compare the letter that you signed today, Bob, with the one I originally wrote, I'm a little embarrassed. I assume too much sometimes. A writer does that. You assume too much from your perspective. And so I think it's a good letter from all of us. And tomorrow or this week, I'm going to email Marty Campbell. He's expecting the letter to come. I'm going to make duplex copies. That will be 3 sheets stapled together copies for the Puyallup Tribe of Indians and their chairman. I think it's going to be well received. I think it'll be a letter that they'll look at. And I think that Marty can have a government to government meeting with them. If we're lucky, maybe one of us could tag along, who knows? And there are several people out in the community who are Puyallup tribal members. I'd like to get copies to them and they can talk to their own government about what they think they should do. Okay. as you know, I don't want to talk about it too much right now. The Puyallup tribe has a zoning code, but they apparently do not yet have a map. And we want to encourage them to take into consideration what's out here now in their reservation and let them kind of make their own decision. I won't say more than that. The letter speaks for itself. Again, I want to thank the folks for helping me on that. I'm going to either tonight or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to forward that letter that Bob signed to each of you. So you can take a look at it and we'll go from there.
Okay. And now the,
Do we need a vote on that? Or have we already voted? I don't recall.
Well, I think, well, I don't think we did vote. I think it was just a long time ago, I think we had some kind of a discussion about sending one, but as for this particular letter, I don't think we did. We can do a vote if you want. I'll move.
I think we can go on consensus, can't we? Since everybody was involved.
I'll give it
Either
a
a vote or
thumb.
I do recall us all talking and voting on whether or not, Dan could write a letter, draft a letter, and then that was it. And then we've all put in our 2 cents or a buck into the idea pool, and then they produced the letter, but I don't know what this final letter is like, so I can't approve or vote for a letter I haven't read yet, the final form of it.
Would you folks feel more comfortable if I email you the letter tonight? You can look it over and then you can give me your email confirmation.
I'm fine with that. I like to see the final draft, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to send out tonight the final draft that Bob signed. And if you folks could look it over and can you possibly get back to me before Friday? That would mean tonight or tomorrow. Can you do that, folks?
Yep.
Good.
okay, so we will do that and get feedback to Dan right away so we can get that submitted. And the last item, Don's email to us about the clear cut parcel, or actually I guess parcels near him. My wife went by there and noticed that, oh my God, all the trees are gone. I drove by there earlier today on my way home and slowed down to take a look and was shocked to see nothing but mud, and the backhoe was parked out there. Don, what else can you tell us about what's going on?
Well, this started maybe 2 months ago when they went in and started gradually clearing. They did quite a bit of, they had a very large excavator in the back. They removed trees, they pulled stumps, they hauled some of it out. They had 2 burn piles that they lit up. I don't know if they had permits for that, which of course is a requirement under code. It's not dirt. They brought in massive amounts of rock for what I consider a rock base for future whatever. And in doing that alone, just that's in, I've seen no environmental investigations, which is required before you disturb the surface and the subsurface. It just goes against, to me, goes against the grain of what the rural separator is. And to further raise concern, I think we should have, as a group, protecting the rural separator. If one is to drive south of 112, and actually where, what is it, the El Toro restaurant is at the next light down, 120, 20th or 22nd maybe, If you look to both the left and the right sides of Canyon, you'll see where there's been acreage and acreage and acreages all the way to Fredericktown that have now got gravel bases. And the only thing I can speculate on is it is planning for all of those parcels to be semi-truck and trailer parking to take advantage of the proximity to the thousands of warehouse doors that are opening up in Frederickson. And that's part of why Canyon Road was rebuilt, was to accommodate truck traffic. Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
Well, I have a couple comments. First of all, I did drive by today on the way home back from my mill, and I did see the parcel as you drive north on Canyon Road, just past 104th. It's on the west side, kind of back behind a house, an area that's cleared out. Now, we don't want to presume too much. We don't know what they're going to do there. But as a threshold matter, they're supposed to at least pull a permit to clear the land. So I think on that basis alone, we should make an inquiry. And then try to assess at that time what the proposed use is going to be. If somebody's just going to build a house back there, and that might be what it's going to be, because very often a contractor, when they run into, in the winter months, a very muddy area, they will firm it up with riprap. It's kind of a
Yeah,
size rock that you can drive on. And we don't know what they're going to do, but I think we need to. Angela, you trying to say something?
Nope, sorry, no, I'm not.
She's wrestling with the bear.
Okay, I'll continue. I think we should somehow contact the county to bring it to their attention. And we should follow up to find out, exactly what's going on. Because I would not want to see that as the beginning of a Canyon Road corridor of the similar amount. Now, if they're trying to do a house back there per the zone, and they might be, we have to give them the benefit of the doubt that if it's zone rule separator and there's a piece of land back there, it's most likely going to be a house. If it's not, the county needs to step in. So I'll leave the group to do what they want to do.
yeah. My comment on that is that when we got the permits to build where we're at, we had a permit to put in a temporary driveway, and there was no way that they were going to allow us to rock the whole front acreage. So yes, I think we're in order to request an inquiry of the county to make an inquiry what the heck is going on.
Who's going to make the inquiry?
Summit Waller.
But who's going to write the letter?
A person, an individual needs to make the inquiry.
It's not a letter, it's an online form request for code enforcement. And I've done them before on behalf of Summit Waller, so I can just continue to do that if you'd like.
Does that need an address, a parcel number?
Yeah, Don.
I have a parcel number.
Okay, because Don gave me a couple of parcel numbers, and so I was
One was actually the next door number and address, and I sent a corrected one.
okay.
Brett, there's a pen on the counter in there. Will you bring it to me?
Is this across the street from the Baptist church there?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm confused as exactly what's the location of this clear cut property.
11104 Canyon Road East.
It's approximately 114.
No, what 10104.
Yeah, yeah.
10104.
10104, okay.
Yeah, 101, right.
Don, you mentioned that they had two big burn piles.
Yeah, which are gone now. They burn them.
And that's
Yeah,
illegal.
well, Yeah, that was totally illegal.
Yeah, you cannot get a permit to do a burn pile of scrap from land clearing.
2 weeks.
Yeah, they had,
Especially in our area.
well, they're sitting back quite a ways from the road. They pretty much kept the smoke down, but nonetheless, that was visible from my kitchen window.
Mhm. What's
Nobody
interesting,
complained about that?
Well, apparently I never saw a county or a rig of any type ever go onto that property.
Yeah, the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency would have been very interested in that burning.
yep, or actually what you would have done is report it to Central Pierce Fire and Rescue,
Yeah,
because that's where you first go is you call them, or you call actually 911 and then they,
No,
Hand you off
I'm
too.
aware of that. I'm aware of that.
Do we need a motion?
no, I can't, I don't know why we need to.
It's an inquiry, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think there's consensus to make that inquiry.
Mhm.
so Angela's gonna do that?
Yep, I can do that. Don, I'll probably have a couple more questions for you. Because when I'm filling out the form, that'll ask for specifics, like, is it near the rear of the property? What specifically are we reporting and looking at? So I'll
So
connect with you after that.
That's
a little history on this. There were in 2019, there was a submittal documents, couple of submittal documents. One was void, one was returned, and a building application, residential, that shows as status void. It was an application on 1st of August of 2019. I thought I saw something in there about a 3,600 square foot garage, assuming I'm not mixing up with the other parcel number. But the people who own this over a year ago had a judgment against them in Superior Court for defaulting on a loan. And their property was to go to a sheriff's sale on November 20 of 2020 with, if they did not pay the amount by November 20 of this year, that would then go to whoever bought it at the sheriff's sale. Their names are still on the county record as owning the property, so I'm assuming that somehow they came up with the money and not that the county is behind in changing that record.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
that,
got a question. I got a point I
Yeah.
want to make here, if I could. 3,600 square foot garage, that is simply, in my opinion, a warehouse.
oh, it is, yeah.
Maybe 600?
Let's see.
I don't see anything that indicates they pulled or applied for any permits at all. Bob, are we talking about the same parcel?
I copied the parcel number off of the address of 10104 Canyon Road East. It's a parcel 7565000321.
No,
And no,
no,
because that's the parcel number that's attached to the address on the assessor's website.
It's 331 is the last three of the parcel number. Oh, wait, know what? I'm sorry. I stand corrected. There is no 10104 Canyon Road East. That's the problem.
10104 Canyon Road East.
1010.
Yeah, it's on the assessor's website,
Here it is. Okay.
and the
Understood.
tax parcel ends with 321.
are you looking at a GIS map?
I'm looking at the county assessor's website.
No.
transition. I don't want to gap in here behind my bees and stuff. I want to make sure
Bringing some background chatter on someone's mic.
it's looking good.
Probably mine. Somebody's watching TV.
That's what Bluetooth headphones are for.
Well, do any of you have a GIS map pulled up, a parcel maps?
Well, I can pull up the map.
I'm gonna do it too, because we gotta be on the same page.
Because there are two parcels that go from Canyon and extend back in a long rectangle. One is the 321 tax number, and then the next one to the south is 331. And to the north, it's a couple of, it looks like a narrower front to back. Looks like maybe there's a street on the back side.
Well, no, it's a right of way. There's no,
Okay, so there's a right of way on the back. To the north of the 321, there's a couple of small ones, and then two fairly narrow rectangular parcels. Three, yeah, they're all kind of like that. And then there's a fairly wide one.
I'm now seeing the same information that you found, Bob, about the
Okay,
permits in 2019. So I'll look a little bit more at those.
I can pull it up for share for everybody if you guys want to.
yeah, please.
yeah, I found the residential application says applicant is applying to construct a one-story, 3,600 square foot detached garage with no lean-to. That was in 2019. That application is void.
Yeah, this parcel that you're highlighting is the correct one. The small house is on the upper side and the old mobile home is showing below it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the right site.
Okay,
Yep, exactly.
yeah,
And all of this, all of the grasses on both sides, all that overburden has been removed.
mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yeah, the county would be really interested in that because that's also a water issue.
On the backside, definitely.
Well, the whole parcel.
Yeah,
Because when we built our house, one of the things was that the inspector said we had to have soil brought in and have grass, get it seeded so that we had something covering our property. We couldn't, they don't like it to be bare because there's issues with how fast the water filters through, runoff, number of issues.
yeah. Well, also they don't like truck parked on gravel because if they leak oil, it gets down into the ground system.
Yep. So yeah, I guess if we had a report to code enforcement to, like say an inquiry asking what's happening here, there are no permits for this and they've done a lot of work on the site.
I'm pretty sure this is not owner occupied.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of wonder, the people who are listed as the owners of the property on the assessor's website, if that's just something that hasn't been changed or if they still are the owners.
Well,
So there's those permits that you're talking about.
Yeah. And if you click on 916412. Yep. And then go over to documents. And current application permit. And that's where I got the information about the garage that somebody wanted to build.
There was a thought there was a different
1-1.
permit.
See, the owners, the-
So that was 2019. There's another one. Well,
Yeah.
This is part of the same plot, right?
Yes,
Two different dresses.
but that other one goes back to 2000.
Oh, 2000. I thought I read that wrong. I thought-
Yeah, the accessory dwelling was approved in 2000. And
yeah,
then,
that would be the mobile home that's on the property.
Yeah, I was reading it backwards. I thought it was 2020. I wasn't paying attention.
is this the property that you told us about before, that the mobile, or there was an accessory dwelling that was only supposed to be there for the people who were on there at the time, and then if it transferred out of their possession, that it would have to be removed, or was that a different one?
That's a different one, and that is on the Rhodey property adjacent to our property, and it is still there. And I queried the county about it way back when, before even Rhodey bought it, and I was told it was none of my business while it was there. It was supposed to be removed upon the sale or death of the occupant that it was provided for.
Okay.
No sale.
Oh, boy, Angela's got a little smile on her face of trouble.
You know, the more you dig, the more you find out. Yeah, the site plan I'm looking at has a 50 by 70 foot garage in the back part of the property, but it doesn't show any clearing limits or anything. The point is, guys, they don't have current permits for what they're doing. So,
No,
I mean, that's plain and simple. So that'll be the code, and that'll be what I submit. So
okay,
it's pretty straightforward.
A 50 by 75. That's 325 square feet, not 3,500. I'll stop the share here.
okay. So I guess Angela will be filing that on behalf of us, that inquiry. Is there anything else that somebody wanted to bring up?
I just want to reiterate that I'm going to be forwarding that Puyallup travel letter to you folks tonight. I'd like to get it out this week. Could you please get back to me with your confirmation tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow would be fine. If you could, please.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
as a side note, if any of you know anybody that wants some class 1 sod, I'm gonna have some coming up, and yeah, it's available.
How much?
Equivalency in IPAs is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is that in weight or volume?
Ask when you want it. I barter. I don't like to sell stuff. It's not appropriate to sell on our Facebook site.
uh-huh, okay.
Who delivers that?
You can sell.
Well, it's
I
not
don't-
commercial sales.
IPA works great.
IPAs work good.
Yeah.
Okay, how about a growler of IPA? How much does that get me? One piece of grass?
Well, if you could even find it from a Clendon's or Home Depot that isn't a roll of rot.
No, I'm saying yours. How much do I get a yours for a growler of IPA?
I don't know what a growler costs anymore. Is it a $15 or a $35 one?
Well, it'd be
Talking
the,
about.
Okay, make it easy. If I can get $2 a roll, you're paying 25 cents on the dollar.
okay. That sounds
Are
good.
we still recording?
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Okay, well, I guess what we can do to continue that, we could always do it after the meeting, but in the meantime, seeing as how I don't think we have any more business, other than we need to get back to Dan tomorrow. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
A quick comment,
Yep.
Back where Gabe and I either made a motion or seconded it, I think for John Goodspeed's sake, I'm not sure whether he understood who made the motion to approve the, I think it was the treasurer's report. We should clarify.
I think I moved that motion.
No, it was Gabe, it was
That
either
was-
Gabe or I.
I believe it's
I
Gabe.
had it as Gabe,
Mhm.
then I had Dan as the second.
Good enough.
Okay. And you're okay, and you're clear on the who made the motion and seconded for the minutes, is that right, John?
No, I'm not clear. I had Dan and Angela. I don't know. Because I
Okay,
can't,
that
I
sounds,
can't be writing and looking at the paper and looking up, and I don't know everybody's voice because they're all the same on speaker. So
I think you got it right, John.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Dan sounds a lot like Angela.
Close enough.
Okay, so it
Okay.
was moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
One for the record books, y'all.
Good night,
Hey,
folks.
yeah. In and
Night,
out. in a half
Dan.
an hour.
Bye.
Fröhliche Weihnachten.